photo taste is the Pinterest, because they are the best.
What Paul wants to say to Anna. Could it have some...
Could I have a word, Anna, in my office?
Hello again. I wonder what Paul wants to say to Anna. Could it have something to do with Rachel, the pen thief? Or is it just to do with biscuits? Let's find out.
Have a seat. So, well done for speaking to her. Stealing all those pens from the office was the final straw.
She was stealing straws?
No, it was the final thing that she did wrong. And it meant disciplinary action. I've had to let her go. In other words, sack her.
Oh, so she's gone. But what is Mr. Socrates going to say? She was his best employee.
Leave it with me. I'm sure he'll understand. I hope. Now, I wanted to speak to you about your appraisal.
My appraisal?
Yes, we do it every year. It's a chance to talk about you, talk about the highs and lows of the past year, and look forward.
Highs and lows? But I haven't been walking up any hills.
No, Anna, he means your appraisal is about reviewing your performance and setting objectives for the year ahead.
I see. But what are objectives?
These are tasks for you to do to try and improve your performance and skills and help the business. Here are the questions you're likely to hear in an appraisal. What's gone well for you this year? What didn't go so well? What should you do more of? Let's look ahead and set some objectives.
Right, thanks. So, Paul, when shall we have this, appraisal?
If you've time, we could make a start now.
Oh, okay. So I need to think about my performance first.
Exactly. What has gone well for you this year?
Well, I guess I've just done my job.
Anna, this is your chance to sell yourself. Think about the deals you've made, the people you've managed, that sort of thing.
Right. Well, I did complete 2 big contracts for the Imperial Lemon.
You've had plenty of compliments for that. You seem to have a zest for selling.
Right. And then there was dealing with Mr. Ringle in the warehouse.
Yes, that's a good example of dealing with difficult staff. And what didn't go so well?
Well, working with Rachel. And cold calling, I suppose. That wasn't easy.
Yes. But you soon warmed up. And what should you do more of?
It's a tricky question, Anna, but don't be ashamed about admitting things that you feel you could improve on. Nobody's perfect. Think about skills you'd like to improve.
Oh, okay. Well, Paul, I guess I could develop some ideas for new products, continue to work on the European marketing strategy, sell more Imperial Lemons,
That's enough, Anna. If you do all that, you'll put me out of a job.
Oh, I don't want to do that.
Now, let's look ahead and set some objectives. Biscuit?
Biscuits as an objective? Oh, I see. No, thanks.
We've all got to improve our sales targets. So I'm asking all the team to make an extra 10 sales deals this year.
Oh, 10. That's a lot.
It is, but I know you can do it. And you mentioned developing new products. Well, I'd like you to do just that, but not plastic fruit. I'd like you to develop a plastic vegetable, potato, carrot, that sort of thing.
Gosh. Well, okay.
Oh, and one more thing. Could you help Denise sort out the stationery cupboard? It's a right mess.
That's a lot of objectives for Anna. She's got her work cut out there for the next year. Appraisals are a good time to review your work and plan what you're going to do next. Here's a reminder of the kind of questions your manager may ask you.
What has gone well for you this year? Give me some examples. What didn't go so well? What should you do more of? Let's look ahead and set some objectives. So, if you could write up your appraisal and have it back to me by Friday?
Of course, Paul. Thanks. See you later.
Oh, hi, Hannah. Are you still on for dinner on Friday?
Yes, Tom?
No, it's a mouse, it's a mouse.
What's going on?
A mouse, a mouse, a mouse. I've just seen a mouse running out of the stationery cupboard.
Was he stealing pens?
It's no joke. It's no joke. Quick, there he goes.
Leave him to me.
Ow!
Tom, are you okay?
Uh-oh, what's happened to Tom? Has he broken something? Join us next time to find out. Bye!
My photo taste is the Pinterest, because they are the best.
Hello again.
Flick to link, a link to flick.
As an archaeologist, I'm most often asked what my favorite discovery is. The answer's easy. My husband, Greg. We met in Egypt on my first dig. It was my first lesson in finding unexpected, wonderful things. This began an incredible archaeological partnership. Years later, I proposed to him in front of our favorite pear statue of the Prince and Princess Rahotep and Nofret in the Cairo Museum dating to 4,600 years ago. I thought if I was going to ask Greg to spend the rest of his life with me, then I should ask him in front of two people who had pledged to be together for eternity. These symbols endure because when we look at them, we're looking at mirrors. They are powerful reminders that our common humanity has not changed. The thrill of archaeological discovery is as powerful as love, because ancient history is the most seductive mistress imaginable. Many archaeologists have devoted their lives to unraveling the mysteries of the past under hot suns, in Arctic winds, and in dense rainforests. Many seek, some discover, all worship at the temple of possibility that one discovery might change history. On my first dig in Egypt, I worked at a site in the northeast Egyptian delta, a site called Mendes, dating to 4,200 years ago in a cemetery. It's a picture of me, I'm just in my bliss. On the dig, surrounded by emerald green rice paddies, I discovered an intact pot. Flipping it over, I discovered a human thumbprint left by whoever made the vessel. For a moment, time stood still. I didn't know where I was. It was because at that moment, I realized when we dig, we're digging for people, not things. Never are we so present as when we are in the midst of the great past. I can't tell you how many times I've stood in front of the pyramids of Giza, and they leave me speechless. I feel like the luckiest person in the world. They are a monument to our human brilliance and everything that is possible. Many cannot process their brilliance as human. Think that aliens built them. This is ridiculous. All you need to do is get up close and personal and see the hidden hand of man in the chisel marks left by the tools that built them. The Great Pyramid of Giza was built one stone at a time with 2.3 million blocks with incredible bureaucratic efficiency. It is not the pyramids that stand the test of time. It is human ingenuity. That is our shared human brilliance. History may be cyclical, but we are singular. I love what I do because I learned that we haven't changed. I get to read about mother-in-law jokes from Mesopotamia from 3,500 years ago. I get to hear about neighbors cursing each other from 4,600 years ago in Egypt. And my absolute favorite, from 3,300 years ago in Luxor, an inscription that describes schoolboys who cut class to go drinking. Kids these days. I get to see the most incredible architecture, see stunning sculptures. I mean, this is basically a selfie in stone. And see that we've always rocked serious bling. And also, we've been posting on walls and obsessing about cats for thousands of years. Archaeologists are the cultural memory preservers and the spokespeople for the billions of people and the thousands of cultures that came before us. Good science, imagination, and the leap of faith are the trifecta we use to raise the dead. In the last year, archaeologists have made incredible discoveries, including new human ancestors from South Africa, tools from 3.3 million years ago. These are the oldest tools ever discovered in Kenya. And this from a series of medical implements found from Blackbeard's ship from 1718. What you're looking at is a medical tool used to treat syphilis. Ouch! For each of these, there are thousands of other incredibly important discoveries made by my colleagues that do not make headlines. However, I believe that the most important thing we do as archaeologists is acknowledge that past people existed and lived lives worth learning about. Can you even imagine what the world would be like today if we acknowledged all human beings in this way? So, on a dig, we have a challenge. It often looks like this. You can't see anything. Where are we going to start digging? This is from a site south of Cairo, so let's have a look from space. Again, you can't really see much. What you're looking at is a WorldView 3 satellite image, which has a 0.3 meter resolution. That's 10 inches. This means that you can zoom in from 400 miles in space and see your tablets. How do I know about this? It's because I'm a space archaeologist. Let me repeat that. I am a space archaeologist. This means, thank you. This means that I use satellite images and process them using algorithms and look at subtle differences in the light spectrum that indicate buried things under the ground that I get to go excavate and survey. And by the way, NASA has a space archaeology program, so it's a real job. So let's have a look again. Okay, again, we're back at the site just south of Cairo. You thrive after great disasters. Now, at this site, we had already mapped countless looting pits. Lish is a royal site. There would have been thousands of people buried there who lived and worked at the court of Pharaoh. You can see this before and after. You see dozens of looting pits. North Lish, this is in South Lish, before
Flick to link, a link
and
to flick.
after.
My photo taste is the Pinterest because they are the best.
What Paul wants to say to Anna. Could it have some...
Could I have a word, Anna, in my office?
Hello again. I wonder what Paul wants to say to Anna. Could it have something to do with Rachel, the pen thief?